Good morning. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Oh no, I don't know. That was not the tune of the song, but thank goodness that it's Friday. And today we're doing a weekend intuitive forecast. And so we're using the Earth Magic because I feel like getting all earthy today. These are really cool cards. These are by Stephen D. Farmer. Again, they're the Earth Magic cards, and what we're doing is we're looking at what's the vibe this weekend. We've had tons of bizarre stuff happen over the last couple of days, and so most of us are over here going the Whiskey Tango Foxtrot on that one. A lot of new things coming out. Ghislaine Maxwell, some of the people that were mentioned in the 2015 stuff. So we know we've got a little bit of strife, a little bit of anxiety going on. So let's take a look and see what the forecast looks like. Like I said, we're using the Earth Magic cards. Give us some hearts. While we're doing this. Inspire me. Come on, give me some hearts. Okay, I keep flipping these over, back around. Okay, let's go A, B, C. 1, 2, 3. Good morning, Serena. Okay, let's just go with these top 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, and y'all thought I went somewhere too. Let's take a look at these. Okay. Thank you, Gabby. Thank you for them hearts. Okay, and this is kind of bizarre, so get your cup of coffee and let's take a look. Alright, so what do we see this energy that's coming in from? We're looking at this iceberg, and the iceberg talks about submerged. Okay, and I don't know, is anybody, if you're like following people's tweets or posts on Facebook or whatever social media that you're on, and what happens when you see the iceberg picture, you see that little tiny part that's above the water, and then we don't really get to see everything that's below the water. So what this is indicative of is that information, or, and I'm going to use this very loosely, I'm going to say life in general, things going on around us, life in general. We have only seen the very tip of the iceberg, and there's a lot more information and a lot more things coming out. Now, normally I would look at this as what is your, kind of like what's your challenge or what's your obstacle in here. And we see the sanctuary card or the cave card, and it talks about sanctuary. And you can see that they're obviously by themselves. My little thing broke, so I'm using a different one today. So you see that this person is in the cave or in that sanctuary. They're by themselves. They're drawing on the wall. They're creating. They're marking, making, kind of like telling their story through there. And often when we think about sanctuary, we think about our safe place and coming into that safe place. And I like to call my sanctuary as either my studio or it's my home, depending on what kind of sanctuary that I'm seeking at that time. So I want us to look at this more about regrouping within self, as opposed to thinking of some kind of external sanctuary. All right, so again, what we are looking at, we have that initial energy coming in. with the iceberg, and I'm saying that's like information starts to overflow. We start learning a lot about the truths in and around our environment, whether it's our personal life or our global life. This is a time of an awakening, and in this time, a lot of things come to revelation. And this is about how do we process that information. And in that sanctuary, we're going to come, or not come, but go within to find that sanctuary. All right. And then the cool part on this ending here is that we're looking at ancestors and generations. And this means that we have a lot of support. We have a lot of guidance. Good morning, Shannon. We have a lot of support. We have a lot of guidance. We have a lot of folks in that spiritual realm, our ancestors, those that have gone before us. We have a lot of them out there, and they are shining light for our path. Good morning, Christy. So they are starting to shine light on our path, and that's where this is resulting. So be ready for a flood of information to start coming through body, mind, and spirit. And in that flood of information, go within yourself and trust what self says. It's kind of like, what does your solar plexus say? What does your heart say? As opposed so much to what your mind says. And I'm not trying to discount our thoughts, but sometimes our minds are over flooded by the ideas of others. So if we go within, we get more of what speaks to us as a truth. And the ancestors are going to be lighting that path and showing us everything that we need to know in this path this weekend, because there's a lot of stuff coming out. And I got a hankering to pull another card, so I played with the deck, and this one flung out, and it's the Earth Magic. And I just want to reiterate that, folks, we're in a good place. We are in a good place. It may not seem like we're in a good place, but we are in a good place. We're open, we're aware, we're ready. We have been developing our spiritual maturity as well as our maturity regularly, like being a mature person. But our spiritual maturity, we have all been working on that really diligently over the last several months. And so with that Earth Magic card coming in at that very, very, very last, we're in a good place. Go with the flow. I'd almost say adapt and overcome, but it's not about adapting. It's about being fluid and making better choices for yourself when you listen to self. And that's what this reading is about this weekend. So peace, love, and harmony. Trust your sanctuary. Trust yourself, because you know you better than anybody else.